Hi everyone and welcome for this review of SmackDown. It's the night one of the WWE Draft 2023. Triple H comes on stage. He welcomes us to the draft and explains the rules. He then initiated the first round of the 2023 WWE Draft, which included 50% of the roster. Triple H say that the new roster changes will come into effect on May 8, 2023. The first round of the draft saw the Bloodline Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa remain on SmackDown. Cody Rhodes moved to Monday Night Raw. Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair go to SmackDown, and Becky Lynch joined Monday Night Raw. Bianca Belair on SmackDown. I already wonder what will happen to the Raw Women's Championship. Maybe Rhea Ripley will go to Raw and they will exchange their belts. Next, Triple H brings the Usos on stage, who dedicate their upcoming match to Roman Reigns after he was picked first in the draft. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn interrupt the segment, with Zayn questioning Reigns' lack of communication with the Usos since their defeat at WrestleMania. The Usos respond by saying that Owens will betray Zayn when they defeat them tonight. But Owens brushes it off, saying all he cares about is winning the match and keeping their championship belts. I don't know about you, but at this moment, I would like to see the Usos lose, just to see Roman Reigns' reaction. Then it's a match between Butch and LA Knight. I don't have much to say about this match. At the end of the match, LA Knight hit the BFT on Butch to get the pinfall win. It was a good match and a good win for LA Knight. In the backstage, Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, and the Usos had a conversation. Heyman warned the Usos that they could either be drafted to the Island of Relevancy or the Ocean of Failure. Heyman says tonight is the night, while fixing his gaze on Solo Sikoa. RVD and Michael Hayes arrive on stage to announce the next round of the draft. The Street Profits and Edge are going to SmackDown, while Imperium and Matt Riddle are going to Raw. It was good to see RVD again. Next we have a three-way tag team match. The Street Profits vs. Ricochet and Braun Strowman vs. LWO. With these wrestlers present in the ring, we have a good match and we can see a lot of acrobatics. At the end, Angelo Dawkins sends Ricochet to the ground and Montez Ford takes advantage of it to do a frog splash and win by pinfall. It was a nice match to watch to pass the time and heat up the crowd. Round 3 of the WWE Draft was hosted by Teddy Long for Raw and JBL for SmackDown. The round consisted of Bobby Lashley to SmackDown, Drew McIntyre to Raw, the OC, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, Mia Yim and Carl Anderson to SmackDown and The Miz to Raw. Next is Zelina Vega vs. Sonya Deville. It was a quick match, and in the end Vega managed to sidestep a vertical suplex attempt and roll Deville up for a surprise pinfall victory. After the match, SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley attacked Vega, followed by hitting a headbutt on Deville. Ripley then attempted to hit the Riptide on Vega, but Vega reversed it with a DDT. We could see all the astonishment and anger on Rhea Ripley's face, while Zelina Vega quickly ran to the ramp. In the backstage, Rey Mysterio spoke with Santos Escobar and Zelina Vega, encouraging Vega to believe in herself in her heart, and predicting that she would become the new SmackDown Women's Champion at Backlash. Then the OC cut a promo in the ring after being drafted to SmackDown, but were interrupted by the Viking Raiders. A brawl ensued with Yim hitting the E defeat on Valhalla, and Gallows and Anderson hitting the Magic Killer on Eric. Styles delivered the phenomenal forearm on Ivar, declaring that they had just begun. AJ Styles is back after several months following his injury, and it promises to be exciting. Shawn Michaels and Road Dogg announced the 4th round of the WWE Draft, which saw Damage Control get drafted to SmackDown. Shinsuke Nakamura to Raw. NXT Women's Tag Team Champions The Unholy Union, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn to SmackDown. And NXT Women's Champion Indy Hartwell to Raw. It was noticeable that Shawn Michaels was not particularly happy about losing his 3 NXT Women's Champions. Isla Dawn and Alba Fire were interviewed by Mackenzie Mitchell after being drafted, but were challenged for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships by Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. Next we have a segment where Shinsuke Nakamura was interviewed by Caleb Braxton in backstage, but was attacked from behind by Karrion Kross. In the backstage, Paul Heyman says that it's the Usos night and Solo Sikoa will stay backstage. Placed to the main event, the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championship match. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn vs. the Usos. At the beginning of the match, the Usos attacked Zayn and Owens, but Owens and Zayn fought back on the outside. During the match, Paul Heyman received a call and then told Solo Sikoa that tonight was his night. Later, Solo Sikoa arrived on the ramp but Matt Riddle attacked him all the way to the backstage area. Back in the ring, Jimmy hit a spinning Gamangiri on Owens before the Uso hit a super kick party on Owens, but Owens kicked out at 2. The Uso hit double super kicks on Owens and Zayn repeatedly before going for a pin on Owens, but Owens kicked out at 2 again. Jay hit another super kick, but Owens kicked out at 2 and laid in a couple of punches on Jay before Jay caught him with another kick. The Uso were going for another double super kicks on Owens, but Zayn tossed Jay into the stairs, before Owens hit a stunner on Jimmy. Zayn tagged back in and gave the killing blow, hitting the hell of a kick on Jimmy for the pinfall win. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn remains champion. They stood tall as Solo Sikoa watched from the crowd. The show ended like this. In my opinion, it was a good show. The draft allowed us to see some Hall of Famers, which is always good. And with this second loss for the Uso against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, I'm excited to see what's next for the Uso and the Bloodline. Will Roman Reigns ask Solo Sikoa to attack his own brothers, or will the Uso be drafted to Raw? And if they remain on SmackDown, will we see a new rivalry between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso? Honestly, I can't wait for that. And you, what did you think of this episode of SmackDown? Are you satisfied with the draft? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all for watching.